हरे कृष्णा। मैं नवनीत व्यास एस्ट्रो चैनल में आप लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। एंड टुडे आई हैव माय गुरुदेव, माय गुरुजी, डॉक्टर अर्जुन पाई on my channel, and he's one of the most humble, peaceful, and contented souls that I've ever met in my life. And I would, before I give him the opportunity to shower his blessings, I would do a small prayer to welcome him. Om Jyotish Tatvaya, Dr. Arjun Pai, Guru Bhyo Namaha. Dr. Pai, you're welcome on my channel, sir.
Thank you very much, Navneet. I'm really humbled by this invitation. As you know, I don't like to be called guru. I would rather be one of the teachers. Yes, we are all teachers. We are all students.
Yes, sir.
And we will always be students of this, this divination science. A teacher is also a student. So we learn a lot from each other. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
why in that respect, I also consider you as one of my teachers because I see many of your videos and I learn a lot from that. So thank you very much. It's been an honor.
Yeah. It is such an honor, and my soul feels blessed, after hearing these words from you, sir. I think this is the biggest feeling, that when a guru says that you learn something from the shishya, and I swear I have water in my eyes right now when you say all these things, and I do a charan sparsh to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so Navneet ji, what is that? Can we talk about what is that you want me to discuss today?
Sure, sir. We have Navratris coming, sir. And when I was learning from you, sir, you have some beautiful description of the Navdurga Rupas, and you've taught us in such a beautiful way. So I want our followers should also get that divine nectar from you, and I want you to help us to get best out of these Navratris, sir.
Definitely, that will be a great honor. Yes. Because when we start learning about Jyotish Shastra,
yes,
then we also need to honor Shakti because she is called as the Bhandar of Vidya.
Yes.
Shakti represents Vidya Mandir, which means the temple of learning.
Yes.
And the temple of learning can be from all three forms of Shakti, which is, we say, Maha Kali, yes, Maha Saraswati, and Mahalakshmi. Yes, Mahalakshmi. Yes. So we learn from all of them. So they form the Vidya Mandir, which is the temple of learning, which is the fourth house,
yes,
of the Jyotish Shastra. And that's why the natural fourth house of the zodiac, which is Cancer, which is ruled by moon, and the Pratyadi Devata.
Yeah.
The Pratyadi Devata of moon is Ma Gauri or Ma Shakti.
Yes. Yes.
And anything to do with Jnana and the Bandhar of Jnana, which means what you have accumulated knowledge or wisdom that comes from information. Fourth house is information, fifth house is Bandar. And from that Bandar, Gyan Bandar, we create our creativity, yes, of how to apply what knowledge when.
Yes.
And Shiva, because the sun's Pratyadi Devata is Rudra or Shiva. Yes. So Shiva is the Jnana Bandar, and Shakti, which is Ma Gauri, she is Vidya Mandir.
Yes.
So both of them, when Vidya and Jnana come together, that is when we are able to understand any of the Shastras. If you have to make any understanding of these Shastras, then we need both Ma Gauri or Uma Parvati and Bhole Baba Shiv Shankar.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay. Now, there is when we start looking at why we celebrate Navratra, But before we go into the Navratra, I also want to make a small prayer and to the Navagrahas also of the Shakti. And then we will start. I will explain what is Navratra and what is its esoteric significance of Navratra and why we do it.
Yes.
So the first small invocation is to the Navagrahas. We start with the sun, and the Shakti mantra for the sun is Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Sakti Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo Namaha. Then to the moon. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matrurupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo. To Mars. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kanti Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo. Then to Mercury. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo. Then to Jupiter. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lajja Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo Namaha. Then to Venus, Shukra. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo Namaha. Then to Saturn, Shani. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chaya Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo Namaha. Then to Rahu. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Bhranti Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo Namaha. Then finally to Ketu. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo. So Navneet, with this prayer, we will start with knowing the esoteric meaning of Ma Devi. Yes. And why we started with the prayer to Devi with all the Navagrahas is she represents the Navagrahas, and we are trying to pacify the 9 planets during this, festival of Navratra. Yes. So let me start sharing my screen and sharing the presentation. Yes. Okay. So Navadurga, Navaratri, and what are the 9 nights of Shakti? So when we start learning about Vedic astrology, we also pray to Ma Jagadamba. She's called Jagat Ambe Mata. Yes. She is nothing but she is Parvati, Uma Parvati, and her 2 sons, which is Kartikeya, is also called as Kanda, Subramanya, Kartik is also called as Murugan in the south. Yes. And Ganapati is also called as Vinayaka or Ganaraja. Now, if you are looking at any divination sciences, and the divination sciences, then we have two lords that we need to do, aradhana to, if we have to become, prominent in this or understanding. Even our understanding is very humble when we try to venerate these gods or get their grace or their blessings. So Kartikeya, he's supposed to have given us the science of Anga Lakshana Shastra. Now, there was supposed to be a competition which happened between Kartikeya and Sri Ganesh. And the judge was Shiva.
Yeah.
Shiva was supposed to be the judge, and there was a competition. So Kartikeya started giving the whole knowledge of Anga Lakshana Shastra. Anga Lakshana means that includes everything to do with the palmistry, understanding, the moles in the body or marks in the body, birthmarks, then all the mudras or mudrikas. Also involves everything to do with Nimitta or Shakuna Shastra, which is involved with omens.
Yes.
And also Prashna Shastra. So he wrote a very extensive, thesis on this, and he presented it in the competition.
Wow.
And Ganapati Vinayaka wrote a complete book on Hora Shastra. And Hora Shastra means it's connected to even Ganita Shastra and Jyotir Vidya, which is called as Khagola Vidya.
Yes.
Okay. So Hora Shastra involves astronomy, mathematics, and astrophysics. Because here we are talking not only about calculations based on Ganita, which means mathematics, but also based on the composition of the planets, their rotation, their or the stars, their luminance.
Yeah.
Okay. And comets.
Yes.
Everything comes under the Hora Shastra.
Yes.
And here what he did was, Kartikeya, he had written on Anga, Lakshana, Nimitta, and Prashna.
Okay.
Now, in the competition, what happened is, Shiva was slightly more biased towards Hora Shastra, which was written by Kartikeya. And as you know, Mangal, which means, Kartikeya got very angry.
Mars, yeah.
Mars is Mangal, his representation. So he threw his work in the ocean, thinking that it is no use and nobody, how can I get defeated? I've written something so fantastic. And he threw it in the ocean. And a few scholars slowly started extracting that knowledge from the ocean. And that is why this form of Shastra is called Samudrika Shastra. Like palmistry is called a Samudrika Shastra. Lal Kitab is called a Samudrika Shastra.
Yeah.
Because they are based on observational wisdom.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Ma Jagadamba is the center because she is the information and she is the source of both Hora Shastra and Anga Lakshana Shastra.
Wow. Yeah.
Understood? Beautiful. So that is why she is controlling everything that her sons have actually given to us. So Ganesha has to be worshipped, or Ganesha Aradhana, and worship is very important when you're doing Jyotir Vidya or Jyotish Shastra. Yes. And if you're doing Prashna Shastra, and if you're doing anything to do with palmistry or to do with, Shakuna Shastra or omen-based astrology, then you definitely need to also get the blessings of Kartikeya or Murugan or Subramanya.
Yes. Yes.
So who is the repository of all of this? It is Mother, Jagadambe.
Yes.
Okay. So Navratra is celebrated 4 times in the year. It is not that we are only celebrating Navratra now. There are 4 times we celebrate Navratra. The 4 Navratras are spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Oh.
So the Navratra that always falls in the bright half of the Hindu lunisolar calendar, which means Shukla Paksha, when the waxing phase of the moon is. And there are 4 Navaratras in the year. So the spring Navaratra is called Vasanta Navaratra. We also celebrate Vasanta Navaratra as Rama Navaratra because it is called Chaitra Navaratra. It falls in the month of Chaitra. That's when the spring starts.
That's when the Surya Devata transit in Gemini, I guess.
Exactly. That is true.
Yeah.
Surya Devata is transiting in Gemini.
Yeah, all the dual houses, the 3, 6, 9, and 12.
Exactly. That is what it is. So spring, then you have after summer, 3, 6, then 9. 9 is when you are coming to this Navaratra is called Sharad Navaratra. And then Shishira. Shishira means the 12th house, which is Pisces.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are coming to the 9th house. That is why Grishma is the second, which is summer. Sharad Navaratra is now what we are coming right now.
Yeah.
Okay. That is when we are celebrating the Navaratra because it is connected to the natural 9th house, number 9, Navagraha, Navaratri, and Navadurga.
Wow.
That is why Sharad Navaratra is more celebrated. So Vasant Navaratra or Chaitra Navaratra, that is when you also celebrate Yugadi or Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra.
Yes.
Then there is one more Navaratra, which is called as Ashada Gupta Navaratra. Ashada means it is in the summertime, which is called as Grishma Ritu.
Yes.
The seasons. So it is also called as Gayatri Navaratri or it is called Shakambari. So it usually comes during the monsoon time, just after the summer, so June, July. Then Sharad Navaratra. This is what we call a Sharadiya Navaratra, which is connected to the autumn. It is also called as Ashwini Navaratra because that's near to the autumnal equinox.
Yes.
It comes usually in September or October. Okay.
Yes.
So the last Navaratra is the winter Navaratra. It's called as the Shishira Navaratra, which is also called as Pausha or Magha Gupta Navaratra. It's also a kind of Shakambari Navaratra. Okay.
Yes.
But mostly people do celebrate, common people do the Vasant Navaratra and Sharad Navaratra, which means the spring and the autumn Navaratra we celebrate. And the other 2 Navaratras are for the Tantrics usually, or Sadhus, Munis, Rishis, Tantra Siddhi. That's why they're called as Gupta Navaratra or Shakambari Navaratra.
Yes.
Which is what is done during the summer time and during the winter time.
Yes.
Okay. But commonly everybody follows the Chaitra and the Ashwini Navaratra, which we call as Vasanta or Sharad. So understand there are 4 points that we are trying to get the blessings of Mata Shakti, but we are only taking the spring and the autumn.
Yeah. And does it have anything related to Uttarayan and the Dakshayan?
Yes. One we celebrate when it is Uttarayan, one we celebrate when slowly it is coming to.
So we are energizing the Uttarayan and energizing the Dakshayan.
Dakshayan, exactly.
Yeah.
That is what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So the first form of Devi we celebrate, the first night. I think this year it's starting on 6th of October. If I'm not right, you can probably correct me.
It is 6th of October is Amavasya. And 7th of October is the first Navratra.
First Navratra, because here I think it's Mahalaya Amavasya, right?
Yes.
6 is
yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, the first night, Navneet, we celebrate Shailaputri. Shailaputri means she is the goddess of the mountains. Shaila means mountain ranges. She is the daughter of Himalaya or Himavat, Himaparvat. So that's why we celebrate her. She's sitting on the mount of Shiva himself, which is the bull.
Bull, yeah.
And she is holding a trident in her hand at a lotus flower. So this form of deity, we say she is representing the sun god. And we are venerating through her worship, we are venerating and we are pacifying Surya Devata. I'll explain when we come later on.
Yes, sir.
But Shailaputri is also said to be Sati Bhavani, Himani, Hemavati or Parvati. Parvati means Parvat ka Parvat Raja ka beti. So Parvati.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why she was called as Parvati. Or Himani. Himani means snow, where there is snow-capped mountains.
Yes.
Himalaya or Hemavati. So her mantra is, so the first Tithi, that is the first waxing phase of the moon, Pratipada Tithi, is where we celebrate her. Her mantra is Om Devi Shailaputreye Namaha. Absolutely. And what areas of life she is giving us when we venerate her on that night? She gives us health, vitality, self-confidence, and leadership, which are all the qualities of sun.
Yes.
Then she holds a trident in her hand. She is having a lotus, Padma, and she is venerated with jasmine flowers, which we call it chameli. And that day, the first day, the offering that we give to her is banana and ghee is offered to Shailaputri.
Wow. Okay.
This is the natural process, naturally what everybody does on that night. That's the first night. So pure cow's ghee is offered to the foot of the mother. So sun is activated here by worshipping her and gives you a disease-free life. And sun is exalted in the first house of Aries of the natural zodiac. And she controls, this form of Shakti controls the Muladhara Chakra. Okay, that is Shailaputri, the first night. The second night of Navaratra is Brahmacharini Durga or Brahmacharini Devi. Here you can see she has got lotus flowers. She's holding a pot which is Kamandalu of holy water, and she has a rosary in her hand, and she's wearing white robe as a tapaswini, as a brahmacharini, which means she is celibate. Okay, so the second form, brahmacharini, she's also called as tapascharini, Aparna or Uma, and she's having a rosary in her hand, water pot and lotus. So the second Tithi, which is this Dvitiya Tithi, when that night we celebrate her. So what she gives you peace of mind and a lot of creative powers. Creative powers and peace of mind comes from being pure and also being celibate, because you are not wasting your thoughts into something, but you are always in sort of tapasya. Every day we are in a kind of a meditation. So second Tithi is associated with Brahmacharini, and our mantra is Om Devi Brahmacharinye Namaha.
So in the second Dvitiya, we should do the second and the third Adhyaya. That was beautiful.
Exactly. Yes. Adhyaya as well. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I've given in the last column.
Yes.
So of Durga Shaptashati.
Yeah, because that is very important, because that is something that we should not miss.
Absolutely. That's very true. Okay. So on the second night also, you can offer her favorite flower is chameli or jasmine. It is also called as royal jasmine.
Yeah.
On the second night, what are the bhog that we offer to her? We call it naivedyam or bhog. Any form of sugar, jaggery, fruits, and unsalted butter is offered to her on the second night. All right. And sugar, moon is associated with milk and sugar, which gives you longevity to the family members. Because in the second house of Taurus, moon is exalted.
Yes.
So anything to do with increasing not your peace of mind, your creativities, but also because you want to have a good family. So Brahmacharini Devi controls your Swadhisthana chakra, your sacral chakra.
Yes.
The third night is called Chandraghanta Durga or Chandraghanta Devi. So here you can see she's sitting on a tigress.
Yes.
Okay. And Chandraghanta means she has a bell with a bell in her neck. What is that bell? Bells are used to alert, make you alert.
Yes.
And she's got many weapons in her hand.
Yes.
So she is ready to, destroy evil. So she's also called as Chandrakanta or Chandika or Ramchandi. That is the other names of Chandraghanta.
Yes.
You can see she's completely ready for a battle. She has 10 arms and she has got a semicircular moon on her forehead and she's having a bell in her neck. So the third Tithi, okay, is associated with her, and the Adhyaya that you read is Adhyaya 4. You read of Durga Saptashati part.
Yes.
And this day is very good if you want to protect yourself against any accidents, any surgeries, or protection from wounds or weapons.
Yes.
So she is connected to Mars.
Yes.
Mars can give you, if it is afflicted, it can give you wounds, accidents, and attack from weapons. So to protect you, to cure you from any of such things, then you worship her with the mantra Om Devi Chandragantai Namaha on the third night, which is the Tritiya Tithi.
Absolutely. And sir, when we read the fourth Adhyaya, in the Adhyaya, it is protecting every single body part of yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is what it is. It is about Chandraghanta to protect you because Mars is the Deha Karaka, the significator of your body.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why we do that. Adhyaya is about protection of your body and protection from any wounds or any weapons.
Yes.
On the third night, what you offer is you give a sweet prepared from cow's milk like kheer or milk in general.
Yes.
Okay. And there is a color code also. What is the color code you have to wear as per that day? So
okay.
Every day there is a color code. You can wear that dress that day.
Yes. Yes.
Or you can offer any items related to like a sari you can offer to Devi. Okay. So that is very good. She's sitting on a tigress in this. Okay. So offering kheer is to help you relieve pain and receive extreme joy and happiness. Okay. Distribute this kheer also amongst Brahmins. When you go to a Devi, there are people who are there, take some kheer and offer it to everybody there. So that itself brings you the blessings of Ma Chandraghanta. Now, the fourth night is associated with Kushmanda Durga. Kushmanda means she is the mother of the universe. Yes. Anda means egg, universal egg, and Kushma, which is coming from the entire universe. She's the mother of our galaxy, we can say. Yeah. She's also sitting on a tigress. Okay. And she's connected to Mercury. Okay. The planet Mercury. So she heals everything related to Mercury. So she is called as Adi Swarup or Adi Shakti Kushmanda. She's got 8 arms and she is celebrated on the 4th night, which is Chaturthi Tithi.
Yes.
And Chaturthi Tithi, you read the Adhyay 5, 6, 7, 8 Adhyay of Durga Saptashati. Mm-hmm. And those areas of your life are, improved or enhanced. Is it improves your articulation power, your communication ability, and your intellect, which is connected to Mercury.
Yes.
And
sir, you know what? This is something personal I want to share here.
Sure, go ahead.
That I am born on Chaturthi, mm-hmm. right? And there was a small Panditji who was a Devi Upasak, you know,
Right.
and he was the one, he said कि आप कुष्मांडा माता का आप पाठ करें. And when I did that, sir, I mean, see, it's just not the Chaturthi that is there, but it is, if you are born on a particular tithi,
Right.
and you're so lucky that you are born on those 9 first tithis, even
Yes.
though the Chaturthi is not a very auspicious tithi.
Rikta Tithi, it is called.
It's a Rikta Tithi, right? Yeah. But just by praying to Ma Kushmanda, and you've written 5, 6, 7, and 8 adhyayas,
Yes.
right? I seriously feel the communication, the intellectualness straight away coming. This is so amazing. This is so correct, sir.
Yes, absolutely, Navneet. And those people who have to do Jyotir Shastra, they have to venerate Kushmanda Mata, because Mercury is very important if you want to do.
Yes.
You know, and Ganapati. Why Chaturthi is also the day Ganapati was born for Jyotish Shastra.
Yes, and sir, in the West, you know, not in the West, in the East of India, especially the Nepal and the other East areas, they do a lot of Kushmanda rituals there. In the Tantra Vidya also, in the normal Jyotish Vidya also.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
That's very good. And she's, you know, she's having so many, she's wielding so many things. You can see she's also holding an Amrit Kalash, pot of nectar, which means that is the knowledge that we are looking for. Everybody is looking for spiritual liberation or looking for liberation or moksha. So Amrit is the nectar of immortality.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Amazing.
So you can offer her a red hibiscus flower, and the offering on this 4th night is a very specific form of a sweet which is created called Malpua.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Okay, it's a sugary syrup. That is sugary syrup in which Malpua is.
Yes. Yeah. We call it Chashni here, and in North India, Punjab, we call it Malpura. So Malpura, and with the Chashni, which is sugar.
Wow, excellent. This is the 4th night. It will make your life, and the color that you can wear that day is red. Red. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So Malpua, or Malpura, whatever you call it in Punjab, you offer that, she is really happy and she blesses you with a lot of discretionary power and decision-making ability. Many people who are not able to make decisions in life.
Yes.
You know, and concretize their intellect. You can concretize your intellect.
Yes.
With her, right? The heart chakra. Okay.
Yes.
Then the 5th night. The 5th night is Skanda Mata. Mata and Skanda, she's the mother. So she's controlled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the Karaka of her children.
Yes.
So that's why she's called Skanda Mata.
Jiva Karaka, yes.
So she's also called as Padmasana Devi, Skanda Mata. She's got 4 arms and she is celebrated, and her grace is sought on Panchami Tithi, the 5th, waxing phase of the moon. Adhyaya 9 and 10 are connected to, if you have child-related problems, or your children, you're not begetting children, or you are seeking children, or even for your own children and their progress in their life, in their education, in their health, in their well-being, everything, the 5th night is very good to worship Skanda Mata and read Adhyaya 9 and 10 of Durga Saptashati. That is all not only associated with children, but also your own creative powers.
Yes.
And you can recite the mantra, Om Devi Skanda Mataye Namah.
Yeah.
All right. So again, you can offer her red hibiscus flowers. Okay. And the color that day you can wear is a royal blue. And what do you offer her? Yellow banana and cow's milk is an offering. The bhog for that night is yellow banana and cow's milk. Why yellow? Yellow is the color of Jupiter.
Jupiter. Yes.
Specifically, we are saying, see, even the first night is banana, but there we have never said
The
what
yellow
color.
banana.
Here you have said yellow banana.
Nice. Yes, sir.
Okay? Because it is a representation of Jupiter. Yellow is a color connected to Jupiter. Okay, and cow's milk because Shira, Jupiter also is about, connected to cows in general and their milk also. Moon mostly, but she is the mother. I mean, the calf which is there with the cow is like the Jupiter.
Yes.
The sixth night, this is very important for those people who are wanting to seek a good husband in their life or are unmarried, and people who want to get married or who are already married to have a very good marital life.
Yes.
She is Katyayani Durga or Katyayani Devi. Katyayani is she was goddess who wanted to take birth in the family of Katyayana Rishi because she was being worshipped for many hundreds of years by Katyayana Rishi so that he could have the grace of her being born. So she came into his family of Katyayana Rishi, and that's why she's called as Katyayani. So this day, mostly women do special prayers to Katyayani, and they keep a vrat on the sixth day.
Yes.
Okay, the sixth day is Shashti Titi.
Yeah.
She's also called as Mahishasura Mardini as well, Katyayani.
Yes.
So many unmarried ladies or people who want to get early marriage or want to have love marriage, they also venerate Devi Katyayani with this mantra, Om Devi Katyayani Namaha. And you can read the chapter 11, Adhyaya 11 of Durga Saptashati. Okay. Naturally, Venus gets debilitated in the sixth house of Virgo. This is number 6, the sixth night. That is why worshipping Katyayani will uplift that if there is Venus, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Not that in everybody's chart it could be debilitated, but even if there is some blockage in their life, we get. So unmarried ladies perform special prayers on that day.
And so one thing I have observed, though it is also a Marana Karana Sthan for Venus, but one thing is for sure, that if you have a debilitated Venus or Venus in the sixth house, right, maybe not debilitated, your life partner, your spouse is extremely beautiful and handsome.
Yeah.
I mean, people say it's a Marana Karana Sthan, it's a debilitated Venus. But if you have a Venus in the sixth house, if you get married, the blessing is directly coming from the Katyayani Devi.
Yes.
And your spouse will be extremely will be handsome or good looking.
That's because Venus gets into deep debilitation in Chitra Nakshatra. Chitra means beautiful picture.
Wow.
Which is in the second pada. At 27 degrees, it goes into deep debilitation in Virgo.
Yeah, and Chitra is a beautiful thing. Wow. Yes.
Understood. So that's the reason.
Okay. Amazing.
Anyway, let's continue. Katyayani is worshipped with roses, or any red rose is given to her, or red flowers. And you can offer her honey and kheer. Kheer is a rice pudding, sweet rice pudding. That night, you can wear the color yellow for Devi Katyayani.
And sir, I have heard in a lot of your videos also that, especially for the married problems, you've given the kheer as a remedy, the pudding, in a lot of your videos. And today I'm getting that, I mean, it was coming from that deep, because you've clearly mentioned the pudding, which you need to give on Friday in one of your videos. And I think that video is there on the YouTube as well. And you've clearly mentioned to donate kheer on Fridays.
Yes, absolutely. It's a good thing because you make your relationship sweet.
Yes.
Make your relationship sweet and, peaceful, so you can enjoy your, that day. So,
and
so
trust,
even,
and trust me, sir, I've seen results with this remedy. 100% I've seen results.
Yeah, absolutely. Because see, also remember, Venus is connected to anything, any beauty products that enhance your, we say, vridhi, or, you know, the beauty of your, that's why like turmeric, milk, turmeric are said to be the varna, you know, varna means the color. It really beautifies your skin.
Yes.
And honey is also used for enhancing your thing. So that's why you offer honey, so that it makes you more charismatic and enigmatic and attractive. Yes. So when you worship Katyayani, you're also connecting to your Ajna Chakra.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then the seventh night. Seventh night is connected to Kalaratri Durga or Kalaratri Devi. Now, this is connected to Saturn.
Yes.
Okay, Kalaratri. So she's got a bluish, darkish bluish, you know, hue, a complexion that's coming from Saturn. And you can see she's sitting also on a donkey.
Yes.
Also called as Raudri, or also Kali or Chamunda. So on the seventh night, which is Saptami, and from any spells, exorcism, or protect you from any evil eye. Okay, so Saturn can bring you that. So worshipping Kalaratri on the seventh night, any sort of spells that are there, curses that you think might be there, or evil eye should be there, or you can also read Adhyaya chapter 12 and 13 of Durga Saptashati. Yes. She's offered a special form of flower which is called as Raat Ki Rani. And she, you know, this is called the jasmine flower, which blossoms in the night.
Yes.
And on that day, we offer her, look, we are offering her jaggery, cow's milk, and molasses. Molasses is a form of a yeast, which is ferments things.
Yeah.
When things are left, you know, uneaten, what happens? They disintegrate. So Saturn has the quality to disintegrate if it is left, you know, food. So that's why we have to freshly prepare food and have that. So that day, what we do, we wear green. Green is the color of refreshing something. We wear color green and we worship Kalaratri. You can also offer her a green sari if you would like to.
Yes, sir. And sir, I have also seen that, you know, in one of the Saturn nakshatras, it is recommended to feed a donkey or to.
Yes. Yeah, you can feed camels if you are in a desert area, or you can feed donkeys and buffaloes also, if you, because you know that is the vehicle of Lord Shani. Besides having two other vehicles which is commonly shown, one is crow that everybody knows. Yes, the other is vulture. It's called as Gradra Vahana.
Yes.
So vulture is a vehicle also for Shani in certain stotras, and also for Ketu, which is also vulture, which is scavenger. Yes. Whatever carcasses are remaining, you know, the vultures are. So vulture is another bird which is with Shani. Yes. That's why it's called as Gradra Vahana. Gradra means vulture. Yes. Yes. Okay, so Kalaratri, Saturn connects to your Sahasrara Chakra, the crown chakra. So you make anything which is made out of jaggery, a sweet made out of jaggery, you know, and offer it to her. That will relieve you from any pain, grief, sorrow, and protects you from any mishaps that can happen or any crises that can come. Okay, this is Ashtami. Ashtami Titi, which is the 8th night, is Mahagauri. She's connected to Rahu. If you have any problems that you feel Rahu is, Mahagauri is, Mahagauri means she is the purest of the purest white color that you can think about, that is Gauri. So she's very fair looking, and she's celebrated on the 8th night. See, Ashtami is also called as, we celebrate Durgashtami.
Yes.
Okay, and Kalashtami.
Yes.
Kala Bhairav as well, we venerate. That is on the Krishna Paksha. Ashtami is called Kalashtami. And Shukla Paksha is Durgashtami, we celebrate for Durga. So this is to control Rahu's dominance. If there is, you're troubled by Rahu, then you can always worship Mahagauri. She is the best. Or she is a form of Mahagauri Durga. Durga is the best form of remedy for Rahu.
Yes.
She is also called as Shvetam Bharadhara. Shvetambar, which Shweta means white in color. Yes. She's also called as Kaushiki because she is daughter of Kaushika Rishi. And she's also called as Mahashweta. Shweta means in Sanskrit white color.
White, yeah.
This day, we usually do Kumari Puja or Kanya Puja on Ashtami. You get 9 young girls.
Yes.
Okay, and you honor them, yes. Give them some gifts, like Shringar items, we say.
Yes, yes.
Like kajal, eyeliner, mascara, talcum powder, comb, yes. Bangles and bindi.
Yeah, yeah.
All that we offer. And then we read the Adhyay, chapter 1 to 13 on Ashtami. Ashtami is supposed to be very good for removing any undue events that can happen because Rahu brings you. And Ashtami is a very important day, even in Kolkata. Durgashtami is said to be very important.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So again, we offer her chameli, which is the night blossoming, and coconut is offered. Now, coconut immediately should say it is Rahu's remedy. Coconut means Rahu.
Yes.
Okay. The coconut and banana is offered, and you wear peacock green color. On that day, you can wear that day the color when you're worshipping Devi. And anybody who is childless couple, besides doing Skandamata, this day is also, if you think the childlessness is like blockage because of fallopian tube. You understand what is a fallopian tube? Which means the eggs are not being held in the tube properly.
Yes.
That such people should worship if there is some complications around their ovaries or uterus, because of which doctors have given medication, take those medications and worship Ma Gauri for people and offer her coconuts.
Yes.
You will be fulfilling the wishes of any childless couple on that night.
Okay.
Finally, this is the night where everybody looks forward for. She is Siddhidatri. Siddhis means supernatural powers.
Yes.
Like Hanumanji, we say he has knowledge of the Ashta Siddhis and Navanidhis. Ashta Siddhi Navanidhi ke data Asavadina Janaki
Mata.
This is in Hanuman Chalisa.
Yeah.
Likewise, she is the goddess who gives you these Ashta Siddhis and Navanidhis.
Yes.
And she's celebrated on the 9th night, and she's connected to Ketu. Ketu is the planet associated with anybody who's looking for spiritual gains and siddhis.
Yes.
Okay. She is sitting on a lotus flower, which means she's showing you how much she's important. And 9th night is celebrated for spiritual and supernatural powers. Again, Adhyaya 1 to 13, all of them are read. So the last 2 nights are very important. 8th night, Ashtami, and the 9th. So she's also called as Ardhanareshwara or Ardhanareshwari. Okay. So Om Devi Siddhidhatrai Namaha mantra. You can also offer her till sesame seeds on that day. and butter is also offered to her. Color is purple.
Yes.
Okay. So these are the bhog that you offer to her. So till Ketu, when you are saying till, usually people say black till or black sesame seeds is connected to Saturn and Rahu, and the white sesame seeds is connected to Ketu. Okay, this is as per Lal Kitab.
Yes.
Offer her the sesame seeds, and you also see sesame seeds have a very important role to play when we are doing Shraddh ceremonies.
Yes.
Because Pindadan, when you're doing, we put sesame seeds with rice ball. Why? Because they represent the karmas that are attached to us. So any karmas we want to get rid of, we worship Siddhadatri, and he is also called as Mukti Dayaka, which means he actually shows you the path of going into liberation. He cannot give you liberation per se. Because why? He has been an Asura and he has been severed. But because when Swarbhanu's head was cut off and the head became Rahu, but the rest of the body apparently fell on the feet of Vishnu, and that is why he was liberated and mukti. Because the head was in the air, it was elevated, it never came down, the body fell on the feet of Vishnu.
Yes.
That is why he is called as the one who can show you the path of going towards moksha. Okay, so Siddhadatri can help you in your spiritual progress. Now, just to summarize all of this, so Navadurgas and Navagrahas are nothing but it is the connection which each of these planets. So every night is connected to one planet. And if you also see, this is how our weekday system is, isn't it? Start with Sunday, then Moon Day is the second day, then Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, the fifth day is, Thursday, which is Jupiter, Friday, Venus, Saturday, Saturn. Then we have the shadow nodes, Rahu and Ketu. Yes. Okay. So this is the esoteric meaning of, this whole concept of Navadurgas and Navagrahas. And this is what, I know it was a lengthy video, but I had to explain every little detail of this Navadurgas, because if people know this well in advance, they can really celebrate and enjoy the festivities of this Sharad Navratra.
Yes, and see, we've covered so many things. We covered immunity, the obstacles of life, getting a spouse, a beautiful husband, and children, So every aspect, the questions that we get during consultations, or the people who have expectations out of an astrologer, right, is beside these questions or around these questions, right? And ladies and gentlemen, this is such an ocean, it's an ocean of knowledge Dr. Pai has, and it's just one small ball of his knowledge is given to us. And if we can, understand this 50-60 minutes of the lecture, and if we can implement, trust me, with his remedies and with his knowledge that he's given to us, or I think he's not given to us, he's infused. Once he teaches, we remember. And that's something that has come within us also. When we teach, our students say that it is permanent and it cannot happen without a guru. I saw in one of his videos, one of my students commented that she said, "Namaskar to the guru of my gurus," right? So that is from where it is coming. Myself and my students, my followers have seen results. We've changed our life. We've seen miracles happening. And whenever he gives the good wishes, he always write miracle plus plus, right? Whenever he says that, and he means it. He means it. Trust me, whenever he's blessed me, he's always said, "Navneet, I bless you with miracles," right? Every time he messages me, he said miracles. So this is miraculous. That is going to happen. Just go and watch this video completely once, twice, and you will achieve a miracle in your life, which you're waiting for so long, right? So thank you, Dr. Pai, for being, on this channel on my, I think it's a blessing. I am always short of words for you, right? And a Charan Sparsh to you again, right? And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you like the video, please do subscribe to channel. Thank you, sir. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much for having me.
Thank you.